Snap that off. Let's see what this tastes like. Salad for breakfast, not half bad. All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of my very small fall garden. I live in a townhouse, so I don't have a lot of space to kind of grow my garden. So that's why I grow inside, do a lot of hydroponics inside. But I also have this little garden I have going outside that seems to be pretty dang successful. So I got my coffee here. I started putting this little cacao butter in to get a little fat. So kind of helps me stay less jittery in the morning. So hopefully I don't sound like I'm bouncing off the walls when I talk. So let me start with the lettuce that I got growing in my garden. As you can see here, I've got 2 pots worth of lettuce. I've got a butter leaf lettuce and a romaine lettuce here growing. And you're probably thinking, man, your lettuce are really, really close together. Especially if you look at the packaging, it says spacing about 6 inches apart. Well, the advantage of growing in pots is that you have airflow along the outside of the plants. So that actually helps them grow a lot quicker. So when I am growing lettuce in pots, I basically look at the seed packet and it says, okay, the growing distance, let's just say, is 6 inches apart. I always half it because with the airflow on the outside, your plants then get enough positive energy and they can grow successfully. And plus, when you're growing in pots, I usually hammer the fertilizer a little bit harder. So there's plenty of nutrients in the soil. So as you can tell, my plants are growing really, really well, and I definitely recommend that approach. So as you can see here, my butterleaf lettuce is looking really good. There's a little bit of pests on this leaf, but nothing a little neem oil can't fix. I have a video, neem oil in 100 seconds, so I'll link that below. It's my favorite pest control for getting rid of pests that are on leaf. So that includes like any sort of flying pest, that's like aphids or anything like that. I highly recommend using a neem oil. But when it comes to like things like squash burrowers, I recommend using BT, and I'll create a video in the future to go over what that is. And then you can see here, this romaine lettuce is coming in really, really strong. I think this is about 6 weeks of growth, maybe a little longer. So hopefully I'll be able to harvest these guys in the near future. I just want to go over how I started my lettuce plants from seeds. So instead of using your standard seed starting kit, I started using these net pots, these hydroponic net pots to be exact. And they make a really, really good seed starting pot because when you're scooping the soil, you can then sift it through, making a light layer of soil and not getting it to be over compacted, so that whenever you water it down, that's when the compaction will happen. And that will basically allow you to use less soil and allow your seedlings to grow a lot quicker. So as you can tell, it's been pretty successful so far with growing lettuce. It was a little scary at the start because I thought my lettuce seedlings weren't gonna like catch, like the roots didn't seem like they were grabbing in. But then once I hit them with one nice dosage of fish fertilizer, and I'll link my fish fertilizer video in the description below, but that basically gave these plants a huge boost, and now they're looking super healthy. And I mean, let's give one a try. Let's come over here, snap that off. Oh my gosh. Let's see what this tastes like. Salad for breakfast, not half bad. Now you can see we've got 2 basil plants growing right here. They're getting a little sad because it is coming into the winter season here in Austin, Texas. So basil plants are more of a warm weather plant. So as you can see, they're kind of dying off on the top side. You can see the light leaves in here. So hopefully this will last a little bit longer, but I'll probably trim a lot of the leaves in the near future so I can get a good haul. Maybe make a very, very small pesto from this, but this was kind of just an experiment. I had extra basil leaves or basil seeds, so I thought I'd give them a try in the winter, see how it turns out. But hopefully this next spring, I'll have, 4 or 5 basil plants and I'll be able to make a ton of pesto moving forward. But yeah, comment down below what your favorite herb is. I really like these basil plants, and as you can tell, these stems are extremely strong even in this cold weather. Finally, I have a little bit of cilantro. As you can see, I've got 2 plants here. Cilantro is more of a cold weather herb, so they're doing a little bit better, but I'm starting to experience some of this discoloration on the leaves. I don't know if it's just due to the super cold temperature here. It almost hit freezing last night here in Austin, so I'm a little bit concerned that they're not going to do the best. But right now it's, I still can find some leaves that still look pretty good. So a nice little topping on your salads or on your soups. So yeah, I definitely recommend growing cilantro in the winter. You get a ton of cilantro leaves per little bushel. So it's definitely a good herb to grow when you don't have a lot of space in your garden. So yeah, give it a try and let me know if you're successful or not. And if not, maybe I can give you guys some tips on how to have a successful cilantro plant. And this is the last thing I've got growing outside. I'm growing some bullhead beets, I believe they're called. I'll flash them on the screen. I'm not exactly sure, but they're bull something beets. But I'll pop that one up on the screen and let you guys know what that is. But yeah, I basically took this entire garden bed and just did beets. Love beets. You can pickle them. I like just eating them raw in salads, give them a good little crunch. But yeah, as you can tell, they're coming in pretty strong. This section didn't germinate the way I'd like it to, but these are about, I would say, a month old at this time. I did hit them with some fish fertilizer, per usual. Always hit your plants with the fish fertilizer every 3 weeks. But yeah, they seem to be super healthy. They're all kind of tilted this way, because when I water them, the water comes, from the camera this way down. It kind of pushes them all this way. So they kind of look like they're leaning this way. It's not because of the sun. It's because I'm just forcing them with water. And I don't really have an irrigation system set up in my garden box. So that's why you can kind of see that they're being forced. I just spray them overhead. It's really difficult to kind of get around when you're watering them in between the two. So it seems to be working well. They all seem to be pretty healthy. Outside, I've got a couple over here that looks like something's chewing on them. Maybe I'll hit it with some BT or just hit it with some neem oil over the top today, just to kind of keep the bugs from chewing up my beet plants. So yeah, this is really it. I'm pretty happy with how they're growing. The only thing I've noticed, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me out with, is that I'm starting to see a little bit of cracking around the roots. You can see there's a little cracking starting to happen along the root of my beet plants. This is only happening on a couple of my plants, so I'm not sure exactly what's causing that. So if you know what's causing that, please leave a comment below. I'm a bit concerned that a few of my beet plants are gonna kind of crack and die because of this issue. So if there's anything I can do quickly to resolve this, let me know in the comments. It'd be super helpful. So yeah, that's my small fall garden out here in my townhouse. It's not much, but it does produce a lot of fresh vegetable. The best part about growing stuff on your own is that when you cut it off of the leaf, you get that really fresh smell, especially with the herbs, something you don't get when you buy it in store. So I highly recommend, even if you're just doing a little herb pot, give it a try, put it on your balcony, maybe even grow it inside. It's really fun. It creates a great opportunity to learn about gardening. So yeah, give it a go. And as always, please hit subscribe, hit like, comment, and even honestly, if you have videos of your own garden or Instagram links, leave them in the comments. I'd love to see them. We're all gardeners here on this channel, and I really am trying to build a strong community here on christheamateurgardener.com. So yeah, link those videos, comment, chat, share information. I always love hearing, what you guys are up to. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and as always, happy growing.